Kaiser Food and Fitness, and today I'm going to show you how to make a brunch recipe. Now guys, this will be good for you with Mother's Day coming up. You could surprise your wives and make a really nice breakfast for her so that she doesn't have to cook on her day. It's called kale gratin pie. And you start with 2 fresh bunches of kale. I have already pulled the kale off of the stem, so it's all ready to go, and I put it into bite-sized pieces. 1 onion, 1 medium onion is in the recipe. Eggs, you can use 2, 3, or 4. It's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and use 2. I have some oatmeal instead of breadcrumbs that I'm going to use. And I have a tablespoon of whole wheat flour and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. The first thing I'm going to do is I've already melted 2 tablespoons of organic unsalted butter in my pan. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the onions in. Get it in there. Then I'm also going to add, forgot about my garlic. I'm going to put my garlic in it. This is a garlic press. Just put the garlic in the garlic press. Squeeze it in there. You can put a few cloves in or not. It's totally up to you, but I like garlic. Then what we're going to do is put the lid on and just kind of let the onions sweat for a minute or 2. Okay, now the onions have had time to sweat. So the next thing we're going to do is dump all of my kale in here. You'll be surprised, this kale is going to fill up my saucepan, but by the time it cooks down, you'll be amazed at how little kale is left. Okay, and then we put the lid on, and we let it cook for 5 minutes. Okay, I think I said 5 minutes before, but you should cook 10 minutes with the lid on. Then you can see how it's really cooked down. And you cook it on medium heat, and you can stir it as it's cooking. But see how the kale has really cooked down? Now the next step is to leave the lid off and let it cook for 5 more minutes. So it has 5 more minutes to cook. And then we'll go on to the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for 5 minutes, and I'm also going to turn on my oven because this needs to cook at 400 degrees after I get everything completed. So I'm setting the kitchen timer for 5 minutes, and then I'm turning on my oven to 400 degrees. Okay, so 5 minutes is up. Again, you can see how the kale has shriveled down. My next step, I'm going to add, I use Mrs. Dash because it doesn't have any sodium, so instead of salt. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Mix that in. And then we're going to kind of make a little sauce. I'm going to add in my tablespoon of whole wheat flour. Then we're going to slowly add my milk. Again, just keeping it on low to medium heat. And milk, I use 3/4 of a cup, and I used almond milk. You can use regular milk or soy milk, whatever it is you would prefer to put in there. But thing that I have ready to go, I have beat 2 eggs separately. Again, you can use up to 4 eggs if you choose to, but I just did 2. The other thing I have ready to go is my pan. So if you're serving this to a lot of people, you might want to double it. This will serve about 4. I'm going to drizzle olive oil in my pan to get it ready for when I take the mixture out of the saucepan. Just a little bit of olive oil. Rotate it around in the pan so that your ingredients don't stick. Okay, my mixture here is pretty much ready. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to add my eggs. And I use the cage-free eggs. Stir it up really well. Again, my heat is off when I'm doing this. Now I'm going to put it in the pan. It's just an 8x8 pan. Spread it around. Smells delish. And the last thing, I have my 3 tablespoons of oats and my 1/4 cup of grated, here's my bowl, grated Parmesan cheese. Mix them in together. Just want to stir it up, mix it. What I'm going to do is sprinkle it on the top of the kale mixture. And then it's ready to go into the oven. I'm going to put this out, sprinkle it on. Spread it out a little more. There we go. So this is what it looks like. It's ready to go into the oven. I believe it's 18 minutes. Yeah, 18 minutes, but I'm going to put it in for 15. I always like to put it in for a less amount of time so I can check it. So 18 minutes. Okay, the timer has just gone off, so I ended up cooking it an extra 2 minutes, so I cooked it a total of 17 minutes on 400 degrees. You can see it's brown and bubbling on the top. Now guys, for your wives, I have put raspberries on the plate with a whole wheat baguette. So all I did was cut it up and toast it. And all you do is cut into the pan. And slip it onto the plate. That's a small portion, but there you have it. An easy brunch recipe. If you would like the full recipe, just email me at melissamkaiser@gmail.com and I will be more than happy to send it to you. Also, if you're interested in a free holistic health history consultation, you can contact me through my website as well. And I'll be more than happy to meet with you to get you on a healthy track for shopping, cooking, and eating healthier, as well as adding fitness into your lives. Thanks and happy cooking!